What is going on, peasants? My name is JB and I'm back here today with a brand new Pokemon Unite video. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 emblem builds for Pokemon Unite, and before we get into this, let me go ahead and address a couple of things. First and foremost, I am very close to 500 subscribers and I would very much like to hit that number. My original goal was to hit that before Scarlet Violet came out, but it looks like we'll get there slightly before. So if you're not subscribed and you enjoy the content, please be sure to click the button down below. I'd really appreciate that. And second, and more importantly to the context of this video, there are only like 6 or 7 truly good and viable builds for emblems, and most of them involve cooldown or crit in some way, shape, or form. So those are the top 2. Spoiler alert to no one's surprise at all. But I threw in at number 3 is a pretty fun build that some tank players have been running in professional settings, and then the last 2 are just some really fun builds that I've been trying out and having a lot of fun with. So again, saying this at the beginning, cooldown and crit are basically the only truly broken and great cooldown builds, but there's a lot of fun stuff you can do with them. So let's go ahead and hop into our top 5 emblem builds in Pokemon Unite. Let's do it. Okay, so kicking us off at number 5, we have a red and brown build. Now, attack speed unfortunately is really weird in this game in that it's only good on a few Pokemon at certain levels. I'm gonna leave a link to a Google Doc in the description if you want to go check it out and really study when in this will and won't be effective on Pokemon. It's really weird, and also my red emblems are kind of trash, so I'm having to do this sort of weird thing where I actually have a minus attack effect, but the attack speed should hopefully make up for that on top of the critical hit rate we have. So yeah, it's not the best build, which is why it's number 5. And like I said in the intro, there are only about 6 good builds, and half of them involve cooldown in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, this isn't exactly the best, but on some Pokemon it can be good. I'm not gonna go into specifics because it's really weird on how levels and attack speed affects this game. Like at some levels you'll have a benefit on some Pokemon, and at some levels you won't have any benefit, versus just running a muscle band or popping an X attack. Like, it's weird. Attack speed's dumb, but this can be useful on some Pokemon. I just wouldn't recommend it over something like a pure crit build, or a pure cooldown build or something like that. So it's fun, and that's why it's at number 5. All right, so let me preface number 5 here by saying this build isn't exactly good, at least not yet, but it is a lot of fun. This is this weird sort of hybrid build that I have. It's mostly brown with a little bit of pink and then just some crit thrown in on top of it. It's pretty fun, but it's not the best. It's really fun on Garchomp. I've played a couple games with it and had fun. It's, again, not good, but it is fun, which is what I was kind of going for with this. Just, messing around a little bit. It's cool on pretty much any all-rounder, I would think. I haven't tested it out too much. It's the one I literally just came up with this tonight and played a few games with it, and it's been okay, but it's nothing special. Try it out if you're bored and just want to try out a weird build. Get yourself some pinks, get yourself some browns, and get you a little bit of crit. It's pretty cool. It's not the best build in the world, but it's definitely fun. I call it the weird attacker build. Go nuts. All right, so for our number 3 emblem build, we have what I'm calling just the Immortal Build or the HP spam build. Now, I'm not sure if this is totally optimized for the emblems I have or not, but the idea here is basically you want to play this on a Pokemon like Greedent or Trevenant and just give yourself as much HP as possible, maybe even something like Slowbro or even Snorlax to some extent. Just any Pokemon that could heal itself and likes to be in fight. Mostly this is a defender build, but you can get away with this on something like Serena if you want to play a really bulky Serena build. You could even get really crazy if you've seen those Eos Cookie Greninja builds running around. This probably wouldn't be too bad on something like that. But yeah, this is a really fun, just tank, live forever playstyle build. The basic idea of it is just give yourself as much HP spam as you can. Obviously, if you can work in a full white build so you get more percent HP, that's probably better. You see I only have +4 on this because I don't have enough unique white emblems to get to the +6. So we just went ahead and threw a little bit of extra stuff on there. We see we have 3 pinks, 2 blues, and a brown as well. So it's not exactly totally optimized. I think ideally you'd like to have this with max white emblems as well, and then just whatever else you feel the need for. I kind of like hindrance resistance on this personally. You can also just beef up your defenses with blues or purples, but I kind of find blues and purples a little bit irrelevant. But this is a pretty good build if you want to go ahead and try it out for yourself. Here is the basic layout of it. Again, just give yourself as much HP as possible. Okay, and for our number 2 build, and again, number 2 and number 1 are kind of interchangeable in this. We have the crit build. Basically, the idea is just give yourself anything that you have that gives you a critical hit rate and throw it on your build. This is going to be your Farfetch'd, your Sandshrew line, and your Meowths. I believe are the only ones that give critical hit rate. I could be wrong about that. But basically, just give yourself a bunch of critical hit rate and you should be good to go. If you compare this with, something like a Brown as well, you see we have a little bit of that going on with Machamp and Machop. So it's pretty nice. Obviously, the main goal here is to just get 10 critical hit chance Pokemon. I don't have that, but if you do, then you're going to be rocking, I believe, like a 10% critical hit rate increase if you get all golds, I think is what it is. Could be wrong about that, but yeah, this one's absolutely ridiculous. Just critting everything. This is really good on Pokemon that crit a lot with their basics. So Pokemon like Glaceon, Pokemon like Decidueye, Cinderace, Duraludon are really good with this. This is really good on your auto attackers, and it's really good on Pokemon like Absol who crit a lot. It's really good on everything. It's really good on Garchomp. It's honestly, it's just good on pretty much anything that crits. Crustle loves this build. Yeah, if it can critically hit, you want to be running this build on it. It's disgusting. Just being able to double your damage at any random point in a fight is ridiculous. So there you go, critical hit build number 2. All right, and of course at number 1 we have our full cooldown reduction build. It's overpowered. This is going to be the one if any of these get a nerf other than crits. This is one that is going to definitely get a nerf. So I have this fully spec'd out for special attackers, but you throw 7 black emblems on anything and you're resetting all of your abilities 8% sooner. You couple that with a Shell Bell and an Energy Amp, I'm sure you've seen some of the crazy things you can do with Pokemon like Dragonite, where you can literally just endlessly Dragon Dance and not have to worry about, basic attacking. You can do stuff like that. So you could really... Like the cooldown emblems are legitimately good on every single Pokemon in the game. So if you just want to run that and run 3 like cooldown builds optimized for physical attackers, special attackers, and maybe throw one with HP on there as your 3rd one, like that is perfectly viable if that's something you want to do. Cooldown emblems are absolutely broken, so yeah, they're nuts. Like I said, this one is fully spec'd out for special attackers because there's a lot of like dual green and black Pokemon that you see are really good. So you have your Venomoth, your Victory Bell, and your Beedrill, which are just really great for this sort of build because they give you both. So Pokemon like Delphox, Cramorant, Glaceon. Obviously, you probably want to run crit more on Glaceon, but you can get away with either, really. Sylveon is disgusting with this. Really, just any mage Pokemon is borderline broken with the cooldown build. So give it a try. Again, optimize your second effect however you feel like. This is just an example that I have set up for green for special attackers. So it's dumb, it's broken, it's overpowered. Use it, have fun, win games, go nuts, you'll enjoy. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next one. Please let me know what some of your favorite builds are, and I'll see you all later. Peace.